major new piece of evidence in the hands of investigators as federal authorities widen the urgent manhunt for a killer who repeatedly shot an insurance company CEO in New York City and methodically fled the scene. Here's ABC's senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky.
After a frantic three-day manhunt, tonight the NYPD now believes the suspect who gunned down UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson has escaped New York City. Last seen riding out of Central Park on a bike after the shooting, police say the suspect hopped into a taxi, headed to the bus station by the George Washington Bridge, and made his getaway.
We're asking every New Yorker and American to look at the picture, the photo, and to assist us. If you know him, if his face looks familiar, please reach out to our law enforcement.
Late today, the NYPD deploying drones and an army of officers across Central Park to search for the gunman's backpack. A source tells ABC News they discovered this backpack, believed to have belonged to the suspect. Police sources tell ABC News investigators now believe the suspect arrived in New York November 24th, 10 days before the shooting, on a Greyhound bus boarding somewhere between Atlanta and Washington, D.C. Detectives are using facial recognition technology on the only clear images of the suspect's face, captured when a clerk checking him into a hostel asked to see his smile so she could compare his face to his ID, which sources say was fake. Police also pulled DNA from items recovered near the scene, including a cell phone, along with a smudged fingerprint off a water bottle the suspect bought at a Starbucks minutes before the murder. Investigators are also working to determine the motive. The words deny, defend, and depose found on the shell casings, a possible reference to ways insurance companies avoid paying patient medical claims. Protesters have targeted UnitedHealthcare, which reportedly denies one of every three claims.
I think this shooter is trying to send a message that someone, either himself or a loved one or someone close to him, has been harmed by this insurance company.
Today, value-based care is the centerpiece of our growth strategy.
Thompson, seen here at last year's investors conference, was on his way to this year's meeting, walking alone without security when he was gunned down. Now other corporations are rethinking security for their top executives. Thompson's murder has unleashed an outpouring of anger on social media toward the health insurance industry. And tonight, several companies are pulling executive profiles off their websites.